How's it going, everybody? It's Sonic Ninja 101 here, and welcome to my discussion video of Samurai Jack Season 5 finale. Now, for those who haven't gotten a chance to check out the finale yet, a spoiler alert is going to be placed into effect right now. So in case you guys don't want to be spoiled, now's your one and only chance to get out here before I go into discussions about what all went down during the finale. Now, with that said, let's get started. Now, as you guys are aware, I wasn't too sure how I was going to feel about Season 5 after Genny them said that it was going to take a darker turn than the previous seasons throughout the series, and boy howdy, were they not lying. Something else that I found heartbreaking about this season was seeing Jack go from this noble warrior to this lost man that was just trying to get by day-to-day life. And a reason why he became like that was not only did he thought he lost the last time portal that could have brought him back home to the past, he also lost his sword as well. Not only did he lose the sword to the pit at the beginning, or that was seen at the beginning of the season, the sword was actually returned back to its original creators, the gods, because it could sense Jack's anger and guilt that he had built over the years of not being able to defeat Aku. And until Jack Jack had redeemed himself, the sword was going to be in the care of the gods. But thankfully, Jack was able to prove himself and was able to take the sword back as well. Now, something that I knew I was going to be right about was Ashi's role throughout the season. I told you guys before how I believed Ashi was going to play a huge role in Season 5, and boy, was I right. I also had a feeling she was also going to become like a future love interest to Jack. Once again, I was right about that too. And unfortunately, Aku used that love against both Ashi and Jack. Being the daughter of Aku, he was actually able to use his dark magic to manipulate Ashi to fight Jack. And it got to the point where Jack almost lost his life to her because he didn't want to fight the woman he loved. And if Aku didn't want to showboat his victory over Samurai Jack, the battle would have been decided long time ago with Aku being the victor. But luckily for Jack, Aku wanted to showboat and feed his ego to the entire world that he defeated Jack. But what Aku wasn't actually counting on was all of Jack's allies that he made throughout the entire series rallying to his aid. And boy, was that freaking awesome to see. Not only did we get to see the archaeologist dogs from the very first episodes make a comeback, we also got to see the 300 Spartans. We got to see the children from the rave. We even got to see the blind archers who weren't blind anymore. And another thing that was awesome too was seeing the Woolies as well. It was so freaking awesome to see all of Jack's allies rallying to help their comrade in his final battle. And of course, we can't forget the Scotsman and his daughters as well. Who else was actually excited to see the Scotsman come back one last time for one last battle with Jack? I thought that was pretty cool to see. And so another thing that Aku didn't count on was Jack's love freeing Ashi from his grasp. Once Jack confessed his feelings to Ashi, she was actually able to free herself from Aku's grasp and was able to keep up with her old man. And throughout that little mini battle between her and Aku, both Jack and Ashi discovered that she possessed virtually the same powers as Aku, which she used to help Jack in the later on. Once they found out that she did possess all of Aku's powers, she actually quickly reached out, took the sword, and was actually able to open a time portal for Jack and help bring him back into the past. And you knew Aku screwed up when he even looked at the camera and said, "Oh no." Because once Ashi and Jack went back into the past, Jack showed no mercy to Aku. He slayed every little piece of Aku that he could, and he actually ended the battle in a glorious stab to the head, and was actually able to seal Aku in his fortress, which kind of surprised me because I was worried it was going to be like a repeat of what happened between Aku and Jack's dad when Jack's father trapped Aku in the sword and pierced it into the ground and created that weird tree. I was scared it was gonna be like that, but apparently after Jack stabbed Aku in Aku's fortress, the whole thing went to self-destruct mode and went out in a blaze of glory, just barely giving our heroes enough time to get out of there before all the fireworks went out. And thankfully, Jack and Ashley were able to take a breather and embrace one another after everything was all said and done. And then, of course, we got one of the coolest beginnings of a wedding scene ever. We got to see Jack with this big old smile getting ready for his big wedding day. And we also got to see Jack's mom, looking towards her future daughter in law with much pride, which I thought was really awesome. Another thing that I thought was really cool was we got to see all of Jack's teachers who helped mold Jack to be the man who he is today, all come to celebrate his marriage as well. But unfortunately, Gandhi them had to do one last sad thing to our hero before the series was over. Now, being the daughter of Aku, and after slaying Aku once and for all, Ashi lost her connection to the world, which meant that she no longer existed after Aku's death. But I don't understand why it didn't happen right then and there after they killed Aku. I don't get why it didn't happen right there, and it had to happen right as their wedding was going on. I guess getting them just wanted to be jerks one last time before the series was sent off. And we got a little somber ending of Jack, releasing that ladybug into the distance, and we got to see all those foggy and cloudy skies around Jack clear up, and it was just so awesome to see Jack finally back, or that he finally got back into the past and was able to save the future. Now, one of my biggest beefs with this season is it was so freaking rushed. I can understand that getting them had to do the best they could with what time Adult Swim and Toonami allotted them for this season. I just wish that after all these years of waiting and wondering how Jack was gonna finally get home, I wish that Adult Swim would have been like, okay, you guys can take your time, develop this story, and then we'll post it for as long as you guys need, instead of just giving them the 10 episode limits. That's just something that makes me so mad, was that this season only got 10 episodes, and that meant that a lot of the episodes that happened later on were rushed. I hate that, but I can understand that that was the only time that they were given to make this season. And I am really happy to see that Jack was finally able to get home. It's just, I wish it could have ended on a better note. I wish that, for one thing, I wish that the gods, would have seen what happened to Ashi and brought her back to life and tell Jack, you helped vanquish a great evil from this world once and for all. For that we are grateful to you. We will return the woman you love back to life, and just let Jack finally have his happy ever after. It wasn't fair to see after everything Jack's been through, and he was about to get this one moment of happiness again, just to have it be taken away. It just made me so mad to see that. But it's how Gaining them wanted to end the series, so I can't argue too much. And even though I don't like that ending, I was still happy to see that Jack was able to defeat Aku and was able to return to the past and ultimately save the world. So I am happy to see that at least. I just can't believe that Samurai Jack is now officially over. As a kid growing up, we actually lost cable at my house for the longest time. So I was thinking that Jack had already gone back to the past and defeated Aku. Once we got cable and everything again, I was shocked to hear that we didn't know Jack does go back into the past, because Cartoon Network decided to axe the series because, I don't know what the reasons were. I forgot what they were. But it just totally devastated me to hear that Cartoon Network did that they canceled the series just because of weird reasons. So when we heard of the continuation, I got really happy, especially when they said this is going to be the finale. This is going to be the end of Samurai Jack. I got excited because I was hoping it meant that he was going to actually go back into the past, and I was right. What an incredible ride it's been, and I can't believe it's finally over. After, I didn't think that after I had to say goodbye to Naruto, with Naruto Shippuden, I didn't think I was gonna have to say goodbye to another hero. But I am glad that both of them each got happy endings. It really made me. Well, one of them got a happy ending. One of them got a. I don't want to say satisfying either. I don't want to say like a satisfying ending. One of them was, or the other was at least able to go back to his own timeline, or not timeline, to his own time, and was actually able to defeat Aku once and for all. So thank you, Samurai Jack, for all the years of awesomeness, all the epic battles, of never giving up on your way, and even when you were lost, you still did your best to help people, Jack. So thank you very much, Jack, and I'm gonna miss ya. Anyways, tell me guys what you thought of the ending down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys thought. I've been Sonic Ninja 101, and thank you all so much for checking out this video. Be sure to check out my Facebook page to stay up to date with your favorite ninja as well. And remember, a chili dog a day keeps the Eggman away. Love and God bless you all, and hope to see all you guys again in our next adventure. Bye!